Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Atmaswarupa Bandhugana. Here are a few questions. Meditation, something I have done today. We will do similar lines. What should we do when we get self-deprecating thoughts? I will answer the question, but after listening to it, if you say, that's it, then you missed the point. Don't be deceived by the simplicity of the answer that I give. Okay? Every one of us get self-deprecating thoughts or self-condemning thoughts. This happens all the time, and they come from the past, from the memory. Like, for example, when I was studying the Vedam with a guru, and when he had some difficulty, I could not do some service to him. And whenever I remember, I feel bad about it. I should have done it. Or when parents were alive, I wanted to do some service, but it did not happen. Means what? I did not take did not put proactive effort. That's why it did not happen. I remember, and then feel unhappy about it. Sometimes positive, real mistakes or even errors committed, you get back and feel very unhappy. Then everybody feels, it is almost universal, everybody feels that he has failed in life. You see that? An IAS officer feels that he has failed in life, and a lower division clerk feels that he has failed in life. Look at that. So, I have failed, I should have succeeded, but I failed. Luck was not in my favor. This kind of thoughts come. Or you get thoughts that that person has wronged me. Maybe true. Maybe true. I mean, true means the circumstance, the fact, maybe it's a fact. It's a fact. But taking the fact as the truth is not correct. Fact is very contextual and a very worldly thing it is. There are higher power, there is a higher power, there are deeper causes, unknown causes for a person's life to move in a particular direction. Just focusing on a single cause, that this person has wronged me because of which I suffered, this kind of a notion, and then you feel unhappy to remember that person, and then you feel like very unhappy that you have entertained that person in the first place and allowed him a chance to cause this kind of hurt to me, this kind of thoughts. Just I am telling you, just I gave you a few examples where these thoughts which come from the past, they suddenly appear, uninvited. Sometimes they come in the dreams also, and you wake up an unhappy person from the dream. And remember in the waking state, and at once you become unhappy. Your mood becomes unhappy. Or sometimes you may feel the present situation in which I am living is no good at all for me. What kind of life I am leading? So that also could be a kind of self-deprecating thought. Okay? So this is how the mind torments you. The mind is the inner tormentor. So mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoha etc. Bandhaya vishaya sangi muktyai nirvishayam manaha. Like that, there are many things they say. Therefore, this is a very common thing it is with all people. So first you have to understand this is not unique to you. It is very common. Because if you feel it is unique to you, then you will feel even more unhappy. That I was selected by the fate to punish. That kind of feeling. On the other hand, it is a common element in the human psychology. If you feel like that gives a little solace. But the problem is not solved, you know. You try this. Don't be deceived by its simplicity. You try this. Whenever such deprecating thoughts happen, they happen unexpected, uninvited, suddenly they come. You become alert. Don't ask how, just become alert. Okay, then what? You watch that movement. That's all you have to do. Just to watch that movement. But be careful not to condemn. Don't condemn it. Because there is nothing to judge there. What is there to judge? The thought is a painful thought it is. Therefore I don't say don't judge. That I will say in a different context. But now I say don't condemn the thought. Certainly don't condemn yourself. But you are already condemning yourself. That's why it is self-deprecating thought. Therefore I would say don't condemn yourself is unnecessary to say. Don't condemn the thought movement. It's a movement. It will be there for a while and then it will be gone. You just be alert. When it happens, be alert. And then it is like a mosquito has come and about to bite, you become alert like that. You become alert inwardly and then watch that movement, that thought process, and you understand that it is coming from the past. You watch it and it will go. You have to do this a few times and then see what happens. The frequency of self-deprecating thoughts comes down. Eventually, you should have patience and you should persevere in what I said. Then what happens? Eventually, you will find, not immediately, with patience, you will find a freedom that these thoughts are not haunting you anymore, or at least not as much or as frequent as it was earlier. So suddenly you discover a freedom. Please try. Also, please be informed there is no other way. If nothing we do will bring us the true happiness, freedom, why you put if like that? That is not correct, you know. We can do many things that will bring us the true happiness and freedom. We can do many things. Why should we do an action? Why the sun is rising and setting? Why the river is flowing? Why the wind is blowing? Why the earth is giving food to us? Why the trees are giving fruits to us? Only human mind wants this cause-effect thing. A rose doesn't ask, why should I bloom? Only human mind asks. Human mind wants a reward for everything. This is the human psychology. And if there is one message by Shri Krishna in Gita, one message is stop seeking result thereof. Don't stop working. Let the work go on. Hammer on. If you stop working, you will become sick. You will become lazy and then sick. The diabetes is waiting to strike. Lazy people are not pardoned by not excused by the nature. Nature is most indifferent. It doesn't respect personalities. It is most indifferent and it strikes. Therefore, never be lazy. Hammer on, work and work. Let the work go on. I don't say don't say work, because you are not the doer in any case. Let the work go on. But don't seek the result thereof. Keep that as a mantra. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Or karmajam buddhiyukta hi phalam tyaktva manishna. Or even better, ayuktah kamakarena phalasukto nibadhyate yuktah karma phalam tyaktva shanti mapnoti naisthiki. So take the message to your heart and do. Like to study Vedanta. Study Vedanta is not a karma. Don't put jnana into karma category and try to find meanings and all that. Results and that. Study Vedanta is not a karma. Okay? Therefore what I said that doesn't apply to study. Because study, knowledge is not a karma. Walking to the Shravanam is karma. But sitting and while you are listening, you are not doing any karma. This is not karma. You are understanding. You may understand, you may not understand. But it is not karma. Okay? Or to pray. Pray is karma. Pray is karma. I have said so much about prayer that prayer should become spontaneous, natural, and lovable. Like Sri Ramakrishna said. You see, I say Sri Ramakrishna, you don't mind about it. I am not a Ramakrishna mission person. But I have read Sri Ramakrishna and I am highly inspired by it. From the childhood, Sri Ramakrishna was there in the family. It was there in the family. My father's grandmother, that means my great-grandmother, was a great devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. And therefore, in the family it is there. And she used to call me when I was a kid. That is my father told me. Hey Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, like that she used to call me. Like that she used to call me. And then father name would like that only. And then when I was struggling to write, the Hindi teacher told, you don't need that much long name. Drop that Paramahamsa. I dropped it. That is how the name is settled. Therefore, Ramakrishna is there in the family. And in the childhood, the first inspiration came from Vivekananda's books. Therefore, I always repeat it. So, Sri Ramakrishna said, if you reach a state of consciousness, this is exactly what he said, though I am paraphrasing in my own words. If you reach a state of consciousness in which you love to take to the sacred name of Rama, he used to love the name of Rama. Prema mudita manase kaho Rama, Rama, Rama. That is Sri Ramakrishna's prayer. It is not composed by him, but he used to espouse that particular prayer. So if you reach a state of consciousness in which you take to the name of Lord Rama with love, without asking why, you are blessed. So you need a reason to pray. The flower gives fragrance. What reason it has to give fragrance to us? But yet it gives. You don't need any reason. Because you are praying to your own innermost self, which is the divinity. And therefore, suppose you don't pray, then what else you do? Pray means what? You try to connect with the real. Suppose you don't do that, then you connect with the unreal. What else? Therefore, prayer you keep, but you have to do shodhana for the prayer. Because in the name of prayer, which is a part of religion, integral part of religion, an enormous misunderstanding or misinformation is put into the human mind, into the society, deeply pushed into the society. And now you, while teaching, you have to wade against it. That is the misfortune. So, you don't need a reason for everything. To love a child or to help a person, what reason you need? You don't need a reason. I told you to take out a shrapnel from the path. You don't need a reason. By taking it out, it will not, the possibility of somebody else getting hurt will be avoided. That is good enough reason. You don't need any other reason. Enlightened Shiva third eye. India is a land of superstitions. One Swami has used this third eye literally, and he made a lot of nonsense humbug about it. Very unfortunate it is. I know how to open the third eye. And some of my sishyas open the third, they have had opened the third eye and give a demonstration of opening of third eye. Like a person from New Jersey comes and he asks, okay, now my third eye I am opening. Okay, in New Jersey you have a house. Correct. And that house has a very lawn. I am seeing it already. Yes, true. How correctly you are seeing. Then it has a duplex house and the staircase is inside. True. And outside, above the bathroom is the attached bathroom in the bedroom. This is the third eye. Demonstration of third eye. What a nonsense it is. And this Swami is nowhere, nowadays we don't hear about that Swami anymore. I wanted to know where is the, because God bless him, he should be happy, not that he should not be unhappy, but this kind of a tremendous disservice to the gullible and credulous public. Tremendous disservice. It is the monstrosity of spreading ignorance. Should not be like that. You have two eyes which give you the cognition of Nama Rupa. Rupa, so Nama gets associated. And with those two eyes, you will be seeing only Nama Rupa. I mean cognizing only Nama Rupa. Rupa you cognize, Nama added. That is called cognition. So Rupa provided from the outside light reflection, and the Nama is added by the mind. That is how it becomes a cognition of Nama Rupa. This is all your two eyes can do. Your two eyes cannot do anything more than that. But suppose you understand that Nama Rupa is unreal. They are projected by the mind. Suppose you understand. Okay? Let us see whether you can understand. Suddenly I noticed that there is a flower here. Okay? Now, you say it is a rose. Okay? Now, you tell me, you say it is a rose, you think and tell me, where from this rose came? Did it come from the flower or did it came from your memory? From your memory it has come, right? This did not provide the information that it is a rose. The light reflected by this, the light falls and reflected, that light did not provide the information to you that it is rose. The eyesight, the retina, and the retina, it falls in the reverse direction, and then it is again reversed by the brain cells. They do not provide the information that it is rose. The retina only provides a large number of optical sensations, nothing more. And then the brain cells receive the optical sensations and they integrate. And then there is a software in the brain which is called the memory, and that memory provides the word rose, Nama. Okay? Now, when a rose word came from the memory, it means it came from the past. It came from the known, which means it came from the past. So, the seeing is present or past? Present. Rose is present or past? Past. So now what you have done, you have killed the present with the past. That is your Namarupa. Ho gaya na kaam? Your third eye is open now. If you understood it, your third eye is open. Suppose you did not understand it, you give it another try at another time. You open the third eye. That is how it is. Yeah. I remind you one more time, an act of understanding. Don't get disturbed by the word act. Okay, understanding is not action. I did not say an action of understanding. An act, I said. An event or an act in that sense. An act of understanding is a religious act. Please understand that. When you understand that, you have got the spirit of Vedanta. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitrameha vidyate. Sarvam karmakhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. That akhilam is kriya visheshanam. Sarvam karma akhilam parisamapyate. Akhilam yatha tatha parisamapyate. Because sarvam is already there, And bhashyakara akhilam apratibaddham parisamapyate. Means without any obstacles, without any obstructions, all the action gets resolved. Antargato bhavati tyarthaha. Bhashyakara. The karma, it gets resolved in jnanam. Therefore, knowledge, knowing, understanding is an act of, it is a religious act, it is. That is the third eye. That's why when you know the truth, you can declare Shivoham, Shivoham. Because knowing the truth, you have opened the third eye. And once you open the third eye, you know what you get? Suppose you have what I call the desireless clarity. That is the third eye. Because Kamadahanam is there, third eye. The desireless clarity. That is the third eye. And you have it. You invoke it, you bring it out. Whether human beings also have human beings only have third eye. Okay? Unknowingly you are human being, knowing you are Shiva. A few words and I give the meaning. Pretatma. You see, it is said the person is believed to be Atma. It's called Atma. I told you the word Atma is used in multiple ways and all kinds of identifications are there for Atma. Everything is called Atma. Therefore the person is called Atma and he is alive, called Jivatma. Jiva Pranadharane. And he is dead, called Pretatma. Preta means pra-ita, gone on a long journey, never to return. In that form. That is the meaning of not returning. That's why ita means went, come back. Add a pra, went only, no coming back. That is called preta. Inugatau taprachya. Then duratma. Again, atma is the person. Atma is not Sachidananda Atma. And the person is a bad guy. Their Atma can also be, so you get the meaning bad guy. Or the mind is impure. Atma can mean mind. But it is not used in that sense. Duratma, a bad guy. In that sense it is used. Anatma, what is not yourself, that is called Anatma. The shirt. Are you the shirt that you wear? Are you the shirt? You are not the shirt that you put on, right? The cloak that you put on, you are not that cloak. You see, there is a shirt which has a memory in it, like memory foam, etc. So the person puts on this shirt and it gets the memory. And therefore when he takes it out and puts to the peg, it exactly appears like that person because it has memory, There are such substances which have memory. You followed that? Now that shirt which has memory and therefore exactly is like this person, is it the person? It is not the person, It is not the Atma. It is still an Atma. Though it exactly same as the body shape, still it is an Atma. Body is also like that coat. It is an Atma. It is not the Atma. In that sense we use the word Anatma. Antaratma. This is used in the sense of inner apparatus, the psychological apparatus, the psychic apparatus. It is called Antaratma, Antahkarana. Or sometimes Antaratma is used to mean the conscience. In that sense it is used. And at least in one place, in Bhagavad Upanishad, and Atma is the Satchidananda Atma. It is called Yaha. I am not getting it. Yaha Sarvasya Antaha Saha Atma. Like that it was said. Okay. So there is a section called Ushasta Brahmanam in Bhagavad Upanishad there. So Atma Sarvantaraha, I got it. Ya Atma Sarvantaraha. What is Atma? Which is inner to all. So inner to all means what? So the world, not the world, the one who sees the world. That is the Antaranga. So go to the one who sees the world, the eyesight. Then go inner, the mind. Go inner, the intellect. Go inner, the ego. Go inner, the sense aham. Go inner, that is the pure impersonal awareness. Go inner, there is nothing more to go inner. That is the Atma. Atma Sarvantaraha. That is the opening statement of that Brahmana. Brahmana is the section, not the caste. Opening statement. And then it is built upon it. The Bhashya is very inspiring there. This I taught in Salisbury. Just I said casually, if anybody wants to pick it up, one can get it. So this is how the words are explained. Now all these definitions of Atma are mere misleading concepts. No, nothing misleading in it. They are the words used. What after Mukti? You see, this point was raised in Brahmasutra Bhashya Samanvayadhikarana. So, what after Yajna? Swarga. What after Upasana? The Devata Loka. Okay? What after Atmajnanam? That was the question asked. Then Shankara said, there is no after. Then the Mimamsaka said, there must be something after. An outcome must be there. You say there is nothing, no outcome. Because Shankara said in one place, in Gita Bhashyam, Jnanam doesn't produce any result. Karma produces result. Jnanam doesn't produce any result. He says it, I am not getting the exact statement. I would love to say the exact word, but I am not getting it. I will get it when I get it. So, he said it where, in the 4th chapter or 3rd chapter, Bhashyakara says that. In Tattva Samanvayat, there this question is asked. You don't have anything after. What kind of jnana it is? Look at us, our karma and our upasana. There is always an outcome and after. You know what Shankara said? Alankaro yayam asmakam yet satyam hi brahmatmavagatavu or brahmatmavagatavu satyam sarva kartavyata hanihi kritakrityata cha. That is his exact sentence. So, what you say as a disadvantage for us, that there is no after, it is not a disadvantage, it is a decoration for us. It is a decoration, it is a blessing for us, that once you realize your fullness, there is nothing left to gain, there is nothing left to do. And now you have done what all needs to be done. You have accomplished what all needs to be accomplished. That is how jnana. Therefore, there is no what after. Okay? So, I will give you a small example. Suppose you look at the serpent, and if you are naturally you are afraid, and there is fear. Some people get a heart attack also. Look at the serpent. Serpent is not the real serpent. Vedantins are always talking of a rope serpent. Vedantins are pot makers. They are the serpent charmers. That is how they are. So there is no, you see the serpent and you are afraid. There is a sweat and the palpitations of the heart. Sometimes the heart attack also can come. But suddenly somebody puts the light, focuses the light, and you see there is no serpent, it is rope. Rope is not the point, it is not a serpent. Then the freedom you get, you cannot describe it. What a freedom or a relief you get, all the fear is gone. Then what? You tell me, then what? What a silly question it is. There is no then what. The freedom from fear, it is complete in itself. If it is not complete, if it is lacking something, then what? It is complete kritakrityata cha. If one is liberated from the cycle of birth and death, that is what after mukti. That is also there. Yeah, I have discussed that point already. Do you mean samsara and body is an idea in the mind? Correct. I live in this body whole day. Okay, that is a good way of looking at it. Instead of saying I am the body whole day, at least you say I live in the body whole day. There is that space. Good. How do I resolve this conflict of between real body and no body? First of all, it is neither no body nor real body. You have to understand, again the conflict arising out of identification with the body has to be resolved by understanding that the body is not the self, it is the non-self. That is the very beginning of our Vedanta. You see, Vedanta, you cannot begin with yato va iman bhutani jayante. Then it becomes very conceptual. Or janmadhyasya or satyam jnanam anantam brahma. If you begin like that, the chances are that more often than not, it becomes very conceptual. You will be creating so many ideas. The process of ideation takes over. And the whole effort becomes very self-fulfilling, that you have collected so many good ideas. Ultimately, you remain a bag of bones. That is not the way to proceed. You have to start, you see, Atma-jnanam, you know what is meant by jnanam? Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. There you look at the meaning of jnanam. It is not the jnanam Sachidananda Atma or Satyam, that is not the jnanam. There jnana bhashyakara says it viveka jnana. Because you cannot know Atma. You can only know what is not Atma. What all is not Atma. Therefore it is viveka jnana. That's why the students should focus on viveka. That must be the focus. Viveka chudamani. You should not start with the sarvatma bhava. Because you cannot enjoy, you cannot appreciate it. A stage will come when you will start feeling the joy and the freedom of Sarvatma Bhava. A stage will come. But you have to begin with Viveka. What is the Viveka? Here is the body, and I am what I am. That is the Viveka. In this Viveka, I am is real. The awareness is real. The body which is an object of awareness, is not real. Then what is it? You tell me what is it. I will give you a hint. You tell me what is it. You have a body only when you think of the body. Now you tell me what is it. It's a thought. It's an idea in the body. That is what it is. This thing is not just Vedanta alone. It is proved a few times over by neurologists, and many scientific experiments were designed in Columbia University and all that. They have proved it a few times over. So that your sense of I can be shifted from the body to the table. Now you look at the body, you don't call it my body and me. You look at the table and start calling it myself. The sense of I is such a silly thing. Do you know, I don't remember exactly, some of you must be knowing. Do you know the false hand experiment? You don't know? You look into it, it is something like this. There is a screen here. Okay? You are asked to put one hand to this side and it goes to the other side of the screen. And the other hand, you do not put like that, you put like this. Other hand is hidden, you put like this. A false hand which exactly resembles your hand is put like that. Okay, you followed it. So the person who is looking at it thinks that you have put both hands like this. But the fact you know that only one hand you have put other side of the screen, the other hand you are keeping in your lap. Now somebody takes a stick and hits the false hand. And you say, "Ayo." That is the experiment. This is called false hand experiment or something. You try it. You have to design the experiment carefully. So when the other person pinches the false hand, you say, "Ayo." Why should you say, "Ayo"? It is not your hand, you know. But you get a feeling that it is your hand. Therefore, a sense of identification, it is operating this way with reference to this body. And therefore, this is very practical. This is not philosophical discourse. Of course, you can call it philosophy, I don't deny that. But it is very pragmatic and practical. You can develop the distance with reference to the body. That space you should develop. Here is the body, here I am. You should develop. But you should not contradict yourself. Like morning in the Vedanta class you say, "I am Atma, this is body." And evening I say, "Tomorrow is my birthday." This kind of contradiction doesn't work. You should not contradict yourself. Not only birthday, in many other ways. And also, when some sickness happens, the body becomes sick. I am not a patient. I am not sick. The body is sick. It is like your car is faulty. You say, "I am faulty," or car is faulty? Car is faulty. You take it to a mechanic shop and go to the mechanic and say, "Sir, oh mechanic, I became faulty, please correct me." Will you say that? You won't say that. You say, "My car is faulty, please correct it." Same thing about the body. The body is misbehaving nowadays. It is suffering also. Please do something about it. So that is the way you look at it. A doctor told me, I am amazed at his wisdom. I can treat the illness, I cannot treat a patient. The doctors do not treat people, they treat the body only. They do not treat people. In advanced societies like America, not only they treat the illness, they pamper the person also, the body identified person. That is how it works in America, etc. In India, you go to a hospital, to go to normal hospital and see what happens. He doesn't even look at your face. He doesn't even look at you. Once I went to a doctor, he did not look at my face. He has a tablet or the laptop. He was looking at the laptop because the tests were already sent to his laptop. The person's history sheet you fill, it is already fed into his laptop. All that work was done by the supporting staff. And I said, I entered inside. Please come, take seat. He did not look at me. He is looking at the laptop and reading it. Because he knew that I have come, means the patient in the laptop has come. And he looked at the laptop, the results, everything he looked at. And then he told, this is your problem. I am sending the prescription to CVS. Which CVS you want? I said, Wind Gap. Okay. It is now sent already, the prescription to the Wind Gap. You can go and get the medicine there. And he told, you will be all right. He did not look at me. And then I got up and said, Doctor, very kind of you, I want to pay my respects to you, you have done the service to me. Then he looked up at me. Okay, thank you, I can walk. So the doctor is not treating the person, he is treating the body. There is a treatment for the body, there is no treatment for a patient. So never ever be a patient. So this is the freedom you get by understanding. And this is the first step of Vedanta. You don't take this first step and talk big things about Vedanta. There are big things, no doubt about it, they are big things. But they are entirely ideational and hence of not much value. I say not much value. I did not say of no value.
Swamiji, the false hand experiment, would it be coinciding with like phantom limb when
it is something like that. It is connected with that. The phantom limb syndrome, that Ramachandran was the one who put it into that from California. They are very much interconnected. Very much. There are many similar experiments which prove many times over that you are not the body. The sense of self is falsely identified with the body. I am is wrongly, that is the sense of self, I am. And it is wrongly identified with the body. More than with the body, with the attributes of the body, like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, this, Deha Dharmadhyasa. Not so much Dehadhyasa or Arthadhyasa, Deha Dharmadhyasa. So you have to come out of it. For your own intelligent living in this world, you have to come out of it. When you come out of it, there will be freedom. When you are free, you will be able to love. When there is no freedom, you cannot love. You don't know what is love. That's why the parents, they don't know how to love their children. Because they are not free to love, they are attached. Once you are attached, you are not free. When you are not free, you cannot love. And therefore, when you cannot love, you don't even admit it. You take that attachment as love. That's why I say, parents do not know how to love their children. Because they are badly attached to the children. Therefore, understanding Vedanta, so you are a parent. What I said just now, you are the person to understand it and be free. You are not the body. Every one of you, parent or no parent or whatever, every one of you, sannyasi or grahastha or whosoever, should look into it, think about it, work upon that, create that space with reference to the body, gain that freedom, and then live a life of intelligence, creative intelligence. That is the creative intelligence, that you create that space and you lead a life of freedom in which you will be able to love. Without love, without freedom, life is a waste. When you experience that freedom, you discover that freedom, there is a blessing. I only say that much. There is no after, what after, no such thing. There is a blessing.
Swamiji, the one which you are referring in 4th chapter about the Jnani, is it the Krishna karma?
Sayukta Krishna karma. So he has already done what all needs to be done. No need to do anything more. So, if you want to see some of these classes on video, YouTube, you go to Bangaru Nageshwara Ravu channel. And if you want to get any information about the videos, etc., you can call Bangaru Nageshwar Rao. He is a very nice gentleman and he will receive your call whenever he is free and he will respond. If you want the cell number, anybody wants the cell number of Bangaru Nageshwar Rao? Okay. What are the Yama Niyamas? Very simple. These are like 5 plus 5, 10. A kind of Indian 10 commandments. The 10 commandments of the Middle East, that is the Old Testament, they are different. They are Vidhi Nishedha. Thou shalt do this, etc. Thou shalt not do this, like that. Vidhi Nishedha. Whereas these 10 commandments are not like just do's and don'ts. They are a little more, much deeper than that. But they are 10 in number, just a number coincidence, nothing more. 5 Yama and 5 Niyama. Niyama, restraint. Niyama always means restraint. Means you tend to move in a particular direction, you are advised to hold back. That is 5 Niyamas. No. Yama is the other way. Yama is the restraint. And Niyama, regulations. That is how they are. Yama, restraint. Correct. First, ahimsa. You feel like doing himsa, hold back. Don't do that. Ahimsa. Either directly or indirectly. Directly means you yourself kill another life form. That is himsa. That is direct. Indirect is you eat meat, etc. That becomes indirectly promoting himsa. So like that. So this is ahimsa. Ahimsa, Kayika, Vachika, Manasa, the 3 things are there. Vachika is you utter harsh words to hurt the other person. Some people want to hurt the other person. Therefore they say things like Vag Bana, like you release an arrow to hurt the other person's body, to pierce the flesh and go inside and hurt. So instead of an arrow, you release a word. That is called Vagbana. So arrow like a hateful word. That is also himsa. Then there must be himsa at the mind level also. Right? What could be himsa at the mind level? You know what it is? Competition is himsa. Because you first compare yourself with somebody. He has more money than me, and so I should make